one family and one home at a time. This is a place for makers, doers, and dreamers. It's where the global marketplace meets hometown values, where Americana isn't just a tradition, it's a way of life. Here, your experience makes the difference. With access to railroads, major waterways, and 8 different highways, this is a place in motion, sending goods, services, and ideas not just across the state, but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest that's calling you home. The best part of Portage is what's next. The best part of Portage is you. There's more for you in Indiana. There's a place in the Midwest, 50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community, and its pulse is gritted with sand and steel, fire and smoke.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Board of Works meeting. Will you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Liz, could you do the roll call?
Absolutely. Member Bonta,
Here.
Member Collins, Member Lewis,
Here.
Member Farkas,
Here.
Member Miletta.
So actually, did everyone get a chance to read the minutes, and do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion we approve the minutes.
Second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Under the unfinished business, the fire station contract, I had the opportunity to speak to the fire chief today. He and the other firefighters are at a funeral. There hasn't been any change in the information available on the funding source. Dan Bowditch is working on that. I spoke with Dan yesterday. That said, he asked if we could table this to the next meeting.
I'll make a motion we table the fire station HVAC contract to the next Board of Works meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
New business, Portage High School Homecoming Parade. Is there anyone here to speak on that, or do we have some details about it? Randy, maybe? Were you running the homecoming parade this year?
Usually we do barricades for them, but I don't know the details yet. So.
I think they used to go down airport across Loop.
Yes.
Might be an oversight on their part not having somebody here. Maybe we could continue this to our next meeting, unless there's time. Do we know when the...
I think homecoming is...
October 3rd. It says October 3rd.
Oh, I don't see it on the agenda, but thank you for checking that. Oh, I see, because, yeah, it came in.
Well,
I guess, officer in the back? Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, I've moved over the route. It looks like the exact same route that they do every year.
Okay, well, with that being the case, I think, are we comfortable with it? All right, would you like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion we approve the Portage High School homecoming parade.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We have grant of sidewalk easement, 2680 Blake Road, another Blake Road sidewalk easement.
Yay! Good morning. This was a holdout for a little bit. They wanted to review some of our drainage plans, and they have finally signed off on their grant of easement, and the department would recommend that we approve this.
I don't think we have. Are there any questions? Is there a bingo game with Blake Road with sidewalk easements? Because it's kind of feeling like that now.
I think we have everything that we need at this point.
Make a motion, we grant the sidewalk easement for 2680 Blake Road.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have the MOU, City of Portage and the Portage Township Schools. Oh, Mr. Cherry, are you speaking on that?
Yes. So did you guys get a copy of that? This is for that property in between Lute and Bus Barn. And we're going to be doing a fitness shelter there. So this is a 30-year MOU for, I think, $1. So just wanted your approval so we can get a signature. I'm going to start the concrete work tomorrow. So
Thank you. Any questions from the board? Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the MOU for between the City of Portage and the Portage Township Schools.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We have an offer to purchase parcel number 6405152770600016. Ed, was this the property that you talked about earlier?
It is, yes.
Tom, do you want to go first?
yeah, so after, so I was approached by a homeowner adjacent to this property. It's an undevelopable little square parcel of land between Garrison and those homes. I was approached by one of the homeowners, and he made an offer to Bill Rathjen. And after speaking with Attorney Graham, we're going to need to publish this prior to making any decisions or acceptance of any offers. So our next step would be to publish this and wait for additional offers if necessary. So we can either table this or, what do you want to do, Ed, as far as just take it under consideration or table it?
Since no action will be taken today, it's entirely up to the board whether they want to table or just consider a first-time presentation with it to be formally presented for your approval in October, at the October Board of Works meeting.
Yeah, after publication and
Correct.
potentially different offers as well. So, did you have any questions on a parcel at all? I don't know why we have it or how we got it, but it's just there.
So we're going to sell this to them, or they're
To-
selling it to us?
No, we own it, and we're selling it to a
them. Okay.
homeowner. There's a homeowner in that, adjacent to that lot that was looking into it, but we need to publish, and maybe we'll get a couple different offers.
I think your
So-
assessment, Tom, is there's nothing the city can do with it, and it's in a weird place for the city to do anything
Correct.
with it. We wouldn't
Yeah.
build a little park between two people's homes,
Correct, yeah,
but this would help them make their lot a little bigger.
right. And it doesn't even work in with the Garrison property either. It's just kind of a weird, I don't know how we got it, so.
So can we table it till the October meeting?
If you desire, yeah. We need to confirm that the assessed value is less than $15,000. And once that's understood, then you can proceed in this informal way to dispose of properties at that pricing level to a private landowner. So if you'd like to proceed with a motion to table until the October board meeting, that would be appropriate.
I'll make a motion that we table this until the October board meeting.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We have the recommendation of award for the 2024 street striping project.
Good
I'm not saying
morning
anything. I
again.
said it right.
I know you did. We opened bids at the last meeting for striping in the city of Portage, and C.E. Hughes Milling is our lowest bidder at $364,145.60. The department would recommend that the work be awarded to C.E. Hughes Milling Incorporated.
Do we have any questions or a motion?
I'll make a motion that we award the street striping agreement to Hughes Milling for the amount of $364,145.60.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We have a recommend CO3 for 2023 paving. Making sure I got this right. $19,925. I almost added a digit. That wouldn't have been good. That would have sounded a lot more alarming.
Yeah, so this is our final change order to close out last year's paving project. This was our community crossing matching grant project. It was the Portage Avenue paving project. So again, this is the change order to zero out all of our quantities and close out the project. Next on the agenda is the final payout for the project.
Do we have any questions or a motion?
I'll make a motion to pay change up number 3 in the amount of $19,925.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. We have a recommendation to pay App 5 for 2023, $201,241.62.
This is the final pay application for our 2023 Community Crossing Matching Grant Project, again, Portage Avenue. The department would recommend that we pay this. This is their final payment and all retainage on the project.
Do we have any questions or a motion?
I'll make a motion, we make the final payment, pay app number 5 in the amount of $201,241.62.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you. We have a streetlight agreement for River Trace subdivision.
River Trace is the new subdivision going off of, well, they're extending Augusta Boulevard between Menards and Loot Road. For Phase 1, there are 6 proposed streetlights. We have an ordinance that requires developers to pay for 2 years rental fees for the lights through NIPSCO. For these 6 lights, we've calculated $4,668 for the developer to pay. I believe when they brought in their signed agreement, they also brought in a check to the clerk's office to be placed on the agenda.
Sandy, can you repeat that amount, please?
Oh, of course, it's $4,668.
Do we have any questions or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the street lighting agreement for River Trace subdivision for the amount of $4,668.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. In my brain, I always think traffic signal when I hear street light. I got to remember the difference between the two. It just, in my brain, I just got to remember those are two different things. CO1 for 2024 paving Phase 2, $139,570.00.
So this is regarding our Blake Road project, the one that is under construction right now. We had some drainage issues on the north side of Blake Road. We've had a design prepared and an estimate prepared to install a stormwater infrastructure. This change order actually went to the last stormwater board meeting, and they did approve payment of this. But since the Board of Works is the contract holder for the project, it's a formality to come in front of you for approval of the change order, even though the invoice will go to the stormwater board.
I'll make a motion, we approve change order number 1, the amount of $139,570.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bulk item appeals, we have 2209 Poinsettia. Mr. Reader, if you don't mind.
Yes, so this was a bulk item appeal submitted by that household. We did make communication with them on August 19th, and then again by email on August 28th, indicating that that bulk item appeal would be on the agenda for today's review. So I believe they're not here, so my best course of action is to recommend that we uphold the charge of $40.
I'll make a motion, we uphold the charge of $40.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Did everyone have a chance to look at the claims? Thank you, Randy.
I'll make a motion, we approve the claims in the amount of $366,098.94.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Before we go on to any other business, I guess I just wanted to add my own and speak to, usually the police chief and the assistant chief are here at these meetings. With what's going on, with the schools last night, they couldn't be here today, and I was just asked to explain the absence. Just want to state we're glad that we do have police here, but I was asked to explain the reason for that, and so I just want to honor I will do that for them. And thank you for all of their service and everything that the police did last night. Any other business to come before the board? Oh, Randy, come on up. Yeah, because I
Hey, just
you
one
away,
item.
And here you are. No.
Our annual citywide auction is coming up on October 12th, and I need your board's permission to discard, sell, auction off publicly on that date titled vehicles from all departments that might be included in that, other items and stuff like that. So just think.
Are you guys selling any more modern computers than a tower?
There'll be quite a few items there, so just seeking your permission to rid those things in a public auction.
Randy, do you just need a motion to hold the auction?
I don't know I'm trying to think of the company that we usually use every year that does that, but Jim Wagoneer usually does the auction for the city, so.
Ed, is there any particular way we should phrase that, or would that suffice? I think we're all very comfortable with what's being asked. We just want to make sure we phrase it because we're, nerdy like that.
I'm looking at the agenda item, Austin. If you can give me just a moment here.
Sure thing. Is it just street department equipment? Could other departments donate
Street,
things
parks,
to be?
there will be PD in there. Yeah, it's pretty much citywide. It'll be held at the street department on October 12th, once we get permission here, at 10 a.m.
So for those who might be hearing about it the first time, is it like what you think of like an auction like on TV where the guy's got like a southern accent and he's talking really fast? Or is it
Yes,
more
that's
of
exactly what it is, so.
Like storage wars.
Storage wars, yeah. I think you're ready.
So a motion to approve conducting an auction of surplus items by the street department, is that essentially what you're asking for?
City surplus items, yes,
Okay.
citywide.
I'll make a motion that we approve the street department holding an auction for citywide surplus equipment on October 12th.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 All right, that's it.
That passed. The Storage Wars idea isn't a bad idea. If you ever watch that show, we could do it where we put all the city equipment like in different garages, and then you like bid on like who gets what garage. I'm sure there's probably a just a thought, but I guess we'll stick to tradition for now. Any other items to come before this board? And if not, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
I'll second that motion.
A motion and a second, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys.